One of the uses that you've seen already for the dative is the dative of indirect object. And in English we would say, I gave this to the woman, or we sacrifice. Right, so thuomen. Thuomen. To Zeus. Right, we sacrifice to Zeus. Now, sort of an offshoot of this is the dative of advantage or disadvantage. That is the person who benefits from a particular action, or the opposite. Right? If this is dangerous for us, so it's to the advantage or disadvantage, that person is going to be put in the dative. So in the same way that we sacrifice to Zeus, Zeus is I assume he is the person who is having an advantage from that sacrifice. He's put in the dative. So to any action which is benefiting somebody, that somebody is going to be put in the dative. Or if they're not benefiting from it, they're going to also be put in the dative. So, ho aner prate te grai. The man is working for the old woman. And she's not really the indirect object. She's not the indirect recipient, unless you want to sort of twist a little bit. But she is certainly benefiting from that work. So the man works for the old woman. Or he hemera, the day is kake, the day is bad, tois helesi, for the Greeks. They are, I guess, at a disadvantage because of this day. I don't know if this day had a storm or whatever it was, but this day, the day is bad for the Greeks. So again, it's sort of the dative of advantage or disadvantage is all part and parcel with that use of the dative when we translate it as to or for. But this really is very closely related to the indirect object. It's nice to know, and it's good to keep in mind, because some Greek sentences will be, you'll have to contort a bit to force it into an indirect object. It's much easier if you just have a classification, advantage or disadvantage.